the region here. I'm expecting both teams to come out and go to war. Hopefully we get a good game and everybody comes out and plays their best. I think whoever wins is going to have to play well. It's not a game you can play bad and win tonight.
Well, it's not very often in game number one you get two heavyweights matched up, but the way this All-A drew out this year, you've got in this bottom section of the draw, had Hazard and Knott first round. Now Hazard and Wolfe, you've got Buckhorn and Leslie, all good basketball teams in the bottom. Top, tonight's the quarterfinal action. We've got Jackson and Owsley down the road here at the Hyman Settlement School going on with the boys, and Cordia, excuse me. I looked at the girls. Cordia and Owsley, and you got Breathitt and JBS going on in Jackson tonight. You've got Knott and Wolfe here, and Buckhorn and Leslie started. That'll be a little bit later on. I think that one's on WSGS. If you're interested in checking that one out, go over. Right now we've got girls action going on down in Breathitt County. We tried to do a stream in Breathitt tonight, which was not our main operation. I think they're experiencing some problems down there, so we apologize. This year we're going to be doing Wolfe and Breathitt games both almost on a nightly basis, so we've got a chock full January and February coming up for you here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. And folks, this is not an exact science. We have lots of issues. We have, in the last 30 minutes here, we've worked really hard to get our online here. So it's we actually just got hooked up right before we got started here. So we're Knott Central's coming back on the court. Come out here. They defeated Hazard on Monday night, 73-64. I was here taking pics, and, man, it was a great ball game. Hazard led most of the game, but in the fourth quarter, Kent Dameron ended up with 24 on the night. He and Josh McGuire went to war in that fourth period and brought the Patriots to this point. Lucas, you get a chance to catch that game?
I did. I watched it live, and, Knott's a lot like Wolfe, and they've got three kids that people will consider a big three. Any of those three kids can go for 20, 30 points on a given night. Just like Wolfe's got, Tosin, Johnson, and Thompson.
Yep.
And, it's going to be a battle tonight. Knott's going to try to get the ball into McGuire early, I think, to establish him. He wasn't there the last time they played. And obviously he is a big part of their offense. And, of course, Wolfe's always going to try to control tempo, look to get up and down the floor, spread you out, and create mismatches. Shoot every open three they can get.
Oh, yeah. So it's, like I say, you've got Napier and McGuire and Dameron. You've also got Scott Shepard there as senior. Four seniors starting for Knott Central. They go about 8 deep. You'll also see Jaden Huff, Hunter Haddix, and Drake Sloan come in. Outside Kaiser Sloan, sophomore, played quarterback for him in football. He's the only non-senior in the starting lineup.
Played really well on Monday night.
He did.
He gave
really
him a lot of energy.
We flip over to Wolfe, man. What a great basketball team. This is shaping up to hopefully be a banner year for Wolfe County basketball. This senior class with 6 kids. You've got King and Wilson that came back out to play with them this year, but in that starting lineup, you got Jazz Johnson, Wilgus Tolson, Elijah Tolson, and then the only non-senior there again is you got Skylar Ritchie. Excuse me, so I apologize, but then you've got Sawyer Thompson there as well. So you got that dynamic threesome from Wolfe. They're always going to come to play, good on the perimeter, but then you got to get down in the middle with big Skylar Ritchie and what he's going to bring to this team.
Skylar's come in, and put in a lot of work this summer, and he's got a little taller also. He's probably 6'7", 6'8" now. And, last year he got through in the lion's den, so to speak. As an 8th grader, he was expected to do a whole lot on a regional, title contender. And that'll come back and help him this year. And he'll feel a whole lot more comfortable, I think. And I think you'll see big things out of him. I think a big key for Wolfe is finding who's going to step in and fill the void that Hunter Brewer left.
Right.
Hunter, he could impact the game and never score a point. He was a glue guy and a guy that brought energy and leadership and a calmness a lot of times. And, that's a hard thing to replace sometimes, but Wolfe's got a lot of leadership. I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, Hunter, game after game last year was key. So hopefully, folks, we don't have any transmission problems here. We're, you know, we got a good quality feed. We're just having some internet issues here. Whenever we go on the road, you know, places at Breathitt and Wolfe and stuff got us set up, and sometimes we have experienced a few problems. Folks here, Principal Pollard here at Knott Central, done a great job here for us. Got us going. So if something happens, we apologize. Again, you know, we probably, I think we're experiencing some problems down in Jackson. Hopefully they can get that going. Breathitt and Jim Buchanan, first night in the new Coliseum. Shame that we may have some issues, but we're trying some new stuff. It's the first game of the year. COVID issues left and right. Of course, we've had the flip already, Lucas. Who won the flip? Did we say
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything about it yet.
Yeah, if you've been watching our articles, there's no longer a tip. It's a flip, and it's this year at least. So should be good. Should be good to go. Let's go over our sponsors real quick. We're about 2 minutes away. Thanks to our great sponsors in Wolfe County. You've got the Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Susan Cable, Fig Kelly, always supporting the young kids of Wolfe County.
Absolutely.
And everything they do. Just phenomenal people. Take care of all your insurance needs, so go check them out. Got Wolfe County Farm Bureau Federation. The Federation jumped on as well. This year, Lucas, alone, they've gave over that was 2020, gave over $4,000 in scholarships to high school kids and over $5,000 to local food banks during COVID. I mean, just phenomenal those folks do.
That is unbelievable.
Whitaker Bank of Campton, of course, taking care of all your banking needs there in Campton. Allen Banks, woo, we got a little blast of music there. Excuse me. So, always taking their support in the Wolves in Wolfe County and all issues. Got Kel's Patriot Pizza. Kelly, right now, folks, you could call Kelly right now and you'll be enjoying a pizza during this ball game, delivered to you at your home at Kel's Patriot Pizza. Good stuff, I can testify.
It's worth the call. It's worth the call for sure.
Got Banks Auto Sales. How about Raymond Banks down there? Been serving Wolfe County in the area for over 25 years. Get you next car from Raymond and the good people at Banks. Got Collins and Conley here in Hyman. Great folks. They sponsor tons of stuff on our website. Good trial attorneys, personal injury attorneys. If you got a problem, give them a call, folks. They'll take care of you. Adam and those guys will take care of you. And also Union College, quality mountain education. Go Union. That is my alma mater. And
I got 2 degrees from myself.
we got some parchment on the wall from that place in Barville, don't we?
That's right.
So. All right, looks like we're about to get rolling with the national anthem. Want to say this before we get started. We got some good guys in control of this one here tonight. Got Brian Napier, Brian Johnson, both from the 14th, and got Tim Trent from the 15th that's come over.
Yeah, he came over this year, and this will be his first game. All 3 guys have been on Saturday morning games at the state tournament. So, you know, it's a top-notch crew for best game in the region, obviously, tonight.
Yep. Let's take in the national anthem, folks. We need prayer for our nation with what's going on right now, and we appreciate that. All right. God bless America. We're ready for basketball action. Now we've got the PA announcer here. Let's bring you the starting lineups for Wolfe and Knott Central.
At one guard, number 24, Jazz Johnson.
Jazz Johnson. Jazz last year 15.9, led the Wolves in scoring.
Wilgus Colson.
Wilgus 13-7, two of the best players in the region by all rankings right there.
Absolutely. They both had tremendous postseasons and led the Wolves to the regional final.
The marksman Elijah Tolson. And Sawyer Thompson. Sawyer last year 10.8. We had three guys in double figures on the season, and also with Tolson and Richie.
At one guard, number 2, Kent Dameron.
All right, Kent Dameron. Dameron, big night the other night, 24 points against Azure. Really took over in that third quarter.
He's one of the more aggressive guards you'll see in the region as far as looking to push tempo and get in the lane and create for people.
McGuire's a man in the middle now. The big matchup in this game, in my view, is Richie and McGuire. We'll see where that goes.
Contest is Brian Johnson, Tim Trent, and Brian Napier.
All right, looks like Wolfe County has won the flip. And we're ready for basketball action here in the mountains, folks. And just like I say, you can't get any better than the first game right up for this right here for Wolfe County. We had a great one here with Knott and Hazard opening up. So here we go. Brian Johnson's ready to put it into play with Jazz. Jazz off to Wilgus Tolson, and they're on the attack. Wilgus immediately going to take it. Kicks it to the corner to Elijah, and bang! Elijah Tolson with a three right off the bat for the Wolves. Wolves in a little bit that three-quarter court pressure here. Knott County breaks it. In the corner, Shepard with the three, no good. Jazz Johnson with the rebound. Jazz with the stutter step. Comes down, kicks it in the corner to Sawyer Thompson. Sawyer drives in the lane, jump stop in the lane, up, no good. Goes after it, but no, McGuire with the rebound. Dameron, here he comes, Dameron. Up the middle of the court, flips it, and we're gonna have a foul on Tolson. That's Wilgus Tolson, number 1 on Wilgus.
It's early in the game. Wolf hasn't played a game yet, and I'm sure they're all amped up, ready to go. They have to find themselves and let the game kind of develop.
3-0. Dameron out top, kicks it over to Colby Napier, back to Dameron. Colby Napier pulls up, no good. Scott Shepard tips it, and it's going to be out of bounds. Stay with the Patriots at this end of the floor. Napier to inbound, gets it into Dameron outside the circle. Little stutter step, gets it in the post, on the block to McGuire, up and no good, but he's going to get fouled. And that's going to be on Elijah Tolson. That'll be number 1 on Elijah. That's going to send McGuire to the line for 2.
If McGuire catches it low like that, it's hard to do much with him. If you let him catch it under that rim, he's almost automatic. You're going to foul him.
Gets the first, and he was down low.
Yes.
He was almost inside the block when he got that ball. So well positioned, good entry pass, gets the foul, gets number 1. Second one up, and no good. Pulled down by Jazz Johnson. Jazz on the move, little stutter step, up, down the lane, and loses it out. Going to be Knott County ball. First turnover of the game for the Wolves. 2 good basketball, senior-laden basketball teams here. Should be a treat. Great to have you folks along with us. Napier. Dameron. Back to Napier. Napier's third step into the lane, going to pull up, but he's stopped by Richie. Kicks it out to Shepard from the corner, up, and rims out. That ball was halfway down and came back out. Elijah Tolson with the rebound. Up ahead to Sawyer Thompson from the wing. Knocks it, no. A little bit long. Josh McGuire with the rebound, and tough rebound there. Kicks it back to Kaiser Sloan from the corner. Knocks that one down. A little bit of kind rim there in Hyman, Kentucky for Kaiser Sloan. And Knott up 4-3 down to Richie. Richie with a half slam there. Nice feed into Richie. Richie gets his first 2 of the game. Big freshman, 6'8". 2 of the best men in the region, big men in the region here tonight, folks. And Dameron lets it go, nothing but twine.
You can't lose Dameron or Napier in your press. You've always got to be able to find them once it's broke and identify your shooters. They're always looking to shoot with a foot of space.
Tolson with the pull-up, no good. McGuire pulls it down off to Dameron, kicks it ahead. Kaiser Sloan going to drive on Wilgus. He's on his knee, and Wilgus takes it away. Gets it up ahead. Here's Thompson off to Jazz Johnson. Jazz going to up and lay it in. Jazz Johnson on the board. Nicely done by the Wolves. Makes it 7-7. 2 minutes and 30 seconds into this one. Off to Shepard again on the wing, up, and that one doesn't go down, tipped out, going to be stay with Knott.
Looks like Wolf's going to force Shepard to hit some shots from the outside, trying to take away McGuire's post up.
Napier to inbound. Kicks it to McGuire. He's going to take the 18-footer. No good. Jazz Johnson with the rebound. Up to Wilgus. Wilgus poked away to Elijah. Tolson going to back it up and shoot, and no good. Ball hits the floor. Everybody blocked out, and free for the ball. Back to Dameron. Dameron on the wing, between the legs, crosses over in the lane, up, and no good. Dameron with an excellent drive, just couldn't finish. Knocked off. Sawyer Thompson with it up to Wilgus in the corner to Elijah. Elijah fakes, drives baseline up against McGuire, and McGuire blocks it, but I think they're going to get number 1 on McGuire. Yes, sir.
Fouls on number 35, Josh McGuire. It's his team first.
That's a veteran move by Tosin there. He drove and put the ball right into McGuire's chest and made the ref make a call there. You know, anytime you can pick up an early foul on McGuire, that's as good as a basket in a lot of ways.
Tolson with the first. Good. Front rimmed it, and she went down. Elijah now with 4 here in this first quarter.
He's a gunner. He's going to shoot if he's open.
No doubt. 2 is no good. And Sawyer Thompson gets it back to Jazz Johnson on the wing. 3 up and no good. But Elijah, Wilgus with the rebound over the head, back and blocked by McGuire. Ritchie was blocked by McGuire that time. Kicks it back out to Wilgus, back into Ritchie, blocked by McGuire again, but going to have foul number 2 on Josh McGuire.
And all that happened because Wolf's hustle for loose balls and getting an extra possession there. You know, they run down 2 loose ball rebounds there and turned into another foul on McGuire. That's 2 early in the first.
Skyler at the line for 2, gets the first.
Huff comes in for McGuire, and they lose about 6 inches and about 70 pounds of muscle. That's a big difference there.
Skyler gets a second, 4 on the night now. Got Dameron to Sloan. Sloan kicks it in the corner to Huff. Jaden Huff comes in, knocks one down. Fresh off the bench, gets his first 2 of the game.
There you go. You got to come in ready.
Wilgus Tolson with the dribble. Off to Jazz Johnson. Going to drive, and he trebled. 4:01 now, 10-9 Wolf.
We've got a Knott County player down, Dameron. Let's hope he gets up and he's all right. He's a tough kid, but it looked like he took a shot to the shoulder.
Oh, goodness. Dameron is in pain on the floor. We got Dr. Dale Williams coming out to check him out. Great guy. Give a shout out to Dale. He is always on the scene at every game that I'm with. He's went up here at Knott County now and always treating these kids and doing a wonderful job for them. Got Kavanaugh Trent coming out along with Principal Pollard, so some concern now for Dameron.
I didn't really see what happened. It looked kind of like they just kind of collided there.
Yeah, I didn't either. Whatever, definitely not a good situation for Dameron. He's hurting. You can tell he's in obvious pain. We'll take this opportunity while we're away from the action to talk about our sponsors again. We'll say thanks again to Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Wolfe County Wolf Farm Bureau Federation, Whitaker Bank of Campton, Kel's Patriot Pizza. Again, give Kelly a call. We'll get you a pizza here during the ball game. Raymond Banks, Bankside Auto Sales, Collins, Conley, the guys here, and also Union College. I think they're calling for possibly Kent's mom, Stephanie, whom I know, a great lady, works at ARH, and they're calling her down. So
Well, we've got a break in action. I'd like to say, as a fan of basketball, what you guys at Bluegrass Sports Nation do for this region and these kids is invaluable. I mean, obviously this year's a different, year, and there's not going to be as many people able to come to games. And you all providing this, there's a lot of places that are charging money to watch these kids play. And I understand there's costs with putting on sports. I'm not down in that or anything, but, you all, doing this and making it available, for these kids, their families, and everybody to watch it is, I'm grateful for it. As a parent, obviously, I get to watch my girl if, can't go to the game or whatever, but as a fan of basketball, we really appreciate what you guys do.
Well, they've already put Ken in a sling here. Great young man, also an excellent baseball player, lost his junior year last year. This is unfortunately part of the sport, but not always sad and unfortunate when it happens. But he's been put in a sling there, so we're looks like he probably won't be continuing in this game. We'll put it that way, which is a huge blow to Knott Central with him, and now McGuire already with 2 early. So, but getting back to what you're saying, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We started this a little while ago, a couple years ago, and we've really grown it. And I believe, of course, as an elected official in Breathitt County, our folks around can't afford a big fee to do these games and stuff, and so we try our best to make it available. And this year we will be doing tons of Breathitt and Wolfe County games. They're kind of our home crew there. Jackson Mixed in, some Owsley County as well. Everybody now. I think we jumped out there. Hometown 24's done it. Great group of people here in Knott County, so we appreciate them too. So we're back to action here now. Napier and Shepherd. Got Drake Sloan in now too in Dameron's place. So Coach B.B. King is going to have to make some changes and see where we go from here. Shepherd's down on the block. He takes it in and up and good. Scott Shepherd goes hard and strong with that ball. Coach Creech was looking for a charge. Wilgus with the crossover, knocked away. Here comes Colby. Colby Napier down the lane, knocked away from behind. He gets it back. Going to kick it over to Huff. Huff, take it away. Got Andrew Mayab in the game now. Here he comes, Andrew on the break, up and cannot convert, but Sawyer Thompson gets the rebound, kicks it to Tolson. Wilgus Tolson, Jazz Johnson, open and string music from Jazz Johnson.
Good ball movement there by the Wolves. Number 12, Andrew Mayab, he's going to come in and bring a lot of energy along with number 5, Cody Payton for the Wolves.
Colby around to, and Kaiser Sloan's going to let it go from the corner. No good. Huff gets the rebound, back up strong, can't convert, and goes and almost gets another, but it's going to be Wolfe County ball.
Well, one thing we know about B.B. King's teams, they're not going to lay down just because some adversity hit them. B.B.'s a veteran coach, and he's going to get his kids to play hard no matter what.
Wilgus from way up top, no good. Pulled down by Kaiser Sloan. Kaiser on the break. Wilgus cuts him off, and no foul called there. Wilgus with the steal. Kicks it over to Jazz Johnson again from the corner. No good. Pulled down by Colby Napier, and here come the Patriots again.
They're letting them play on both ends, and that's what you should do with 2 veteran regional contenders.
Napier, M1 down the lane. Colby, as we talked about the big 3 there for Knott County. No disrespect to anybody else, but those are 3 guys that are ranked in the top 10 players in the region. Sure. And by all these sources that rank those people. And now Colby's out there on his own for this time point. He's going to have to take this game over. And on the Knott Central side, and he did it on that play. Up and good. 3-point play for Napier. 14-13 now in Knott County. Tolson down the lane, can't convert. Pulled down by Huff, off to Napier. Looks like Napier's going to take over the point responsibilities now too. Going to be guarded by Mayab, on the move, kicks it over in the corner to Huff. Huff lets it go, no good. Scott Shepherd with the rebound, back up and good. For the Patriots, 16-13, Knott Central. Tolson with the shake and bake and up and good. Wilgus Tolson with his first basket of the game. 3 from the corner, through the legs and up and good. Not back on the attack. Got Sloan, and Napier pulls up. No good. Pulled down by Jazz Johnson. Jazz. Pressing forward.
I don't think we'll see McGuire set for the rest of the half.
Up and Jazz. Coach Creech wanted another foul there. Did not get it. Jazz with the basket. 7 in the quarter now for Jazz Johnson. About 1 minute to go. Had a lot of action here in this first quarter, Lucas.
Yeah, both teams, they're amped up. They know how big of a game it is, and they're going to war out there, and they're battling.
Kaiser Sloan from the baseline can't convert. Colby Napier taps it around and could not convert the putback. Tolson's going to pull up. No good. Kaiser Sloan with the rebound. Tolson goes for the steal. Sloan behind the back, brings it on up court. Napier now at the hash. I don't think there is a hash anymore, but that's where it was before. Kaiser Sloan across the lane. Kaiser knocks it down.
That was a nice design set by Coach King. He had a screen away from the ball there and brought that kid wide open there for an easy shot.
I'll tell you what, when you talk about basketball royalty and the coaching in the 14th region, you've got Al Hahn, you got B.B. King. Now, these guys know how to coach and they know how to get it done no matter who they have on the floor.
Absolutely.
And so this game, even though had an injury to Dameron, unfortunately, it's going to be a dandy, folks, as we keep going forward. Can't convert. Scott takes it away and scores. Shepard at the M1. Foul on Sawyer Thompson. Well, I think I missed a foul or two there a few minutes ago talking. And now Cody Payton in the game for the first time. Also Elijah coming back in. And you've got, it's Dalton Boyles, right? Okay,
yes.
New one for me, Dalton, number 1. Maybe he's not in.
I think we had 6 on the floor there, it looked like.
Yeah. Okay, he's not in. So you got Richie Johnson and Shepard converts. Shepard was 7 in this first quarter. And, of course, he's going to have to step up.
Yeah, and he's doing that so far.
Absolutely. I mean, and he's going to take a breather right now. Got number 3 in the game. That's Hunter Haddix. Jazz Johnson. That'll be the end of the first quarter. 21-18, Knott Central here in the first quarter. So it's lots of events here. These games, these high school games, you know, it's a little bit strange. We've got what you would normally have, probably a packed gym here tonight to see this game. You know, each player probably getting 2 to 4 tickets. Not much atmosphere here. Got a few. Knott does have their cheerleaders here, but no band, no anything like that. So it's taking a little getting used to.
Yeah, it's. I think both coaches are going to use this first quarter timeout here to just kind of calm everything down. You know, obviously emotional. You know, first quarter there, not losing Dameron, that's a big blow. Their kids have stepped up, obviously, and Coach Creech has to be pleased with the speed of the first quarter. You know, he wants to get up and down and everything. You know, they took a few bad shots, but that's okay. If you like to play, a fast pace, you have to be willing to accept that. And the main thing is, both teams are going to settle in, and we're going to find out who, is willing to play defense and sit down and work here in these next 3 quarters.
2 lead scorers for each team, Shepard and Jazz Johnson, both with 7 on each side. So we're ready for action here in quarter number 2. Ball into Sloan. Sloan will be at the point now with Colby Napier. Got Scott Shepard on the wing. Shepard gets it on the baseline. Up, no good. Can't convert. But Kaiser Sloan with the rebound and put back for Sloan. Jazz Johnson on the wing. Back to Wilgus Tolson. Wilgus cuts down the middle. Ball taken away. Got a jump ball. We'll stay with Wolfe County.
I look for Coach Creech to go inside some to Schuyler and see if he can have some success in there. Not without McGuire.
Lob in the lane to Jazz Johnson, no good. Cody Payton goes and gets it. Cody to the rim, strong. Puts it down. I tell you what, you talk about somebody to replace Hunter Brewer, it can be Cody Payton. He comes in with the loads of energy, always been just like an electric wire when he comes in the game,
That's what Coach Creech, I'm sure, is hoping that Cody and Andrew Mav can bring him, is that energy and that effort all the time when they're out there.
Shepard, 9 now in the game, 25-20, Knott County. They were looking for Richie on the post and not get him. Elijah Tolson from the corner. Good. Elijah with his second three of the game. 25-23, 2-point game. Shepard out front. Wolves still man-to-man.
Looks like Coach Creech has Elijah Tolson trying to deny or pressure Napier here.
Hey, and Napier goes strong. Going to be foul number 2 on Elijah.
Napier's going to push the issue every time he gets a chance to attack the basket. I mean, he's their lone main scorer out there at this time. And he's going to be aggressive when he gets the ball. You just got to try to keep it out of his hands as much as possible.
Okay. Just want to, folks, just let you know tonight we are now multicasting. We're Napier with the second, gets them both. We are multicasting. We're also over on YouTube. So this is on Facebook and YouTube both. We're gravitating towards YouTube now, better quality. So, folks, go subscribe to the BSN YouTube channel. Jazz Johnson from deep. Can't get it to go down. Scott Shepard with the rebound off to Kobe Napier. Yeah, the YouTube is a little bit better platform than Facebook, but we're going to do both for a little while. So, certainly stick with us. Either place, see us, go check us out. But we need those subscribers on the BSN YouTube channel.
It was a great place to watch all of Breathitt's football games. That's where I watch most of their football games, was through your all's YouTube channel. It worked well.
Up, Shepard on the block, can't convert, but he goes after it and brought down by Elijah Tolson. Tolson at the top, off to Jazz Johnson. Jazz behind the back, in the corner to Elijah. No good this time. Kobe Napier with the rebound. Off to Kaiser Sloan, and Sloan converts.
Goal line Sloan.
Timeout, Coach Creech has Knott Central a little bulge here of 6 points, 29-23. The Wolves a little slow get back in defense.
Wolves settling a lot of times, I think, on offense right now. They're looking for, they're getting open threes, but if you've got a chance to get the ball in the paint, attack the rim, I think you've got to do that some. And long shots lead to long rebounds and run outs. I'd say that's what Coach Creech is probably talking about right now. It's just getting back in transition.
Thank you, folks. Again, our sponsors, Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Wolfe Farm Bureau Federation, Kel's Patriot Pizza, Whitaker Bank of Campton, Banks Auto Sales, Collins and Conley here in Hyman, and Union College. So 5:40 to go here in the second quarter. Back underway. Tolson over to Tolson. And Richie's going to take that 18-footer. No. Back to Johnson. We get the loose ball. No good. And pulled down this time by Shepard. And there's going to be a foul on Sawyer Thompson there. On the rebound. 4, that's going to be 2 on Sawyer.
Number 4, Sawyer Thompson, his third.
Oh, that's his third. Okay, that's the foul I missed a few minutes ago. So that will be his third. Napier now with the point guard duties, drives. Colson, and blocked by Elijah Tolson. Napier still in the lane, and he's going to be fouled.
And if that's on number 4, that is his fourth.
That is 4 on Thompson.
That's a big foul right there.
Yes, it is. We contemplated there with Coach King a few minutes ago. This lead and how they're playing has allowed him to keep McGuire on the bench.
Yeah.
Which will be huge in the second half if they can get through a few more minutes in the end of the first half here. So Napier with another free throw. That's his third of the quarter. Gets the second here and up and good. Converts both. Not by 8 now. Elijah Thompson. Jazz Johnson. Around to Wilgus. Through the legs. A little bit defense, and we're going to get a foul here on one. Drake Sloan there on that one. It was. Okay, it's his first. And that's only 3 team fouls. That was the first foul outside of McGuire's 2 here for the Patriots in the first half. So the Wolves may not make it to the line. Tolson from the corner, no good. And the ball's batted around. Mayab gets the rebound. And over to Wilgus. He is fouled by number 4. That's going to be Jaden Huff.
Well, you don't give the defense a chance to foul when you're shooting outside predominantly. And, you know, that's something Wolfe does a lot, but you also got to be aggressive.
Napier up over to Sloan. Sloan kicks it back to Napier. Napier drives baseline, pulls up, and cans it. Kobe Napier with 6 in the quarter now, 9 on the game. And a walk on Mayette, so turn back over. 10-point lead now for the Patriots. Napier in control. Gonna drive. Wilgus tries to knock it away from behind. No good. Napier gets his own up and good. Kobe Napier. Tolson and blocked by Napier, but the ball's knocked away. Over to Ritchie. Tolson drives baseline, kicks it over to Ritchie, up and good. Nice play. Tolson and Ritchie. So it's the margin back to 10, 35-25. Kicks it over. Sloan going to kick it to Kobe Napier from the wing. No good. Ritchie kicks it over to Johnson. Johnson on the move down the lane. Kicks it out to Wilgus Tolson from the corner. And no good. Kaiser Sloan with the rebound. BB says he wants a timeout.
Well, if you look, Knott's exhausted. I mean, they've played their butts off, but they're tired when they're coming to this timeout. You know, and BB knows, you know, get them a breather. Control the end of this quarter here. Right
and
now,
trying to get some scores from across the region. We've got mainly girls games on right now. Of course, this game would have been a girls game tonight between Wolfe and Knott, but unfortunately, Gary Brown's crew's in quarantine right now, so they're out of the All-A. So Knott County is on to the Final Four on Saturday in Boonville. And folks, if we again, we always, every time we say that we're going to cast a game, we say technology permitting. And so we're going to be casting all the games this weekend, all 4 semifinals in Owsley County and all two finals on Sunday if we can make it physically.
That's great. Obviously, Owsley's gym's not going to allow for as big of a crowd, so I'm sure everybody will be thankful for that.
Napier again from the top of the circle. 2-pointer. Elijah Tolson. 37-25, Knott Central. Tolson into Ritchie. Ritchie can't convert, pulled down by Huff. And Napier has it in backcourt. Wolves back off. Napier bringing up double team now by Mayeb. Throws it over to Kaiser Sloan up on the baseline and good. Kaiser Sloan is picking up the intensity as well. To Elijah, and Kobe Napier takes the charge on Wilgus Tolson. Two on Wilgus. 2:50 to go here in the quarter, guys. 14-point lead right now for the Patriots. And I just watched. We've got my iPad up here and got a little bit of a delay, and that certainly looked like a charge.
Wilgus, he's an emotional player, and he always plays as hard as he can, and he's trying to bring his team back right now, and got a little.
And charge on Napier that time. Elijah Tolson took that one. Baited him in there a little bit, and that's number 1 on Napier. Wolfe County back in possession. Elijah is wide open, lets it go, knocks it down. Elijah Tolson.
Knott will have to find him.
Because he's not going to quit shooting.
No.
Napier, guarded by Wilgus, pull up. No good. Rebound by Jazz. Around the back. Twice. Down the lane. And taken away from him. Goes Haddix. Kicked away here, and there's bodies all over the floor. Looks like we're going to have a foul on Kaiser Sloan. Yes. First on Kaiser. It's the 6th on Knott County. Knott Central already in the bonus. Wolves going to have to cut into this lead here in this last 150 of the first half. At least get it out of double digits into Skylar Ritchie in the lane, up and easy.
I think they've got to look at doing that, especially the rest of this half with McGuire out.
I mean, maybe get to that. Haddix and harassed by Tolson.
Napier's out of the game, getting a breather right here, you know, and Knott's awful young at the guard, so Wolf's trying to pressure as much as they can.
Johnson in a hurry, pulls up from 18, no good. Pulled down by Huff, and he's going to be fouled by Tolson. That's his third in the backcourt. And that's going to put Huff at the line. Jaden Huff. So you've got Thompson with 4, Tolson with 3.
I think what you're seeing in the first half is, you know, first game.
Huff gets the first.
Jitters from Wolf, you know, they want to do good, and, you know, they're playing extremely hard, just losing a little bit of focus from time to time. I think they'll come back in the second half, be a lot more under control.
Wolf, Johnson in the lane, can't convert. Shepard tips it over to Huff. Sloan out top. Brings it up. Drake Sloan.
Close to a 5 count here, it looks. He broke it, I guess.
And he drives that one into Mayab and gets a foul on Mayab.
Fouls on Wolfe County number 12, Mayab, his first team's 10.
That'll put Drake Sloan at the line. First one is good.
Sloan at the line for the Patriots.
Sloan did not score against Hazard the other night, so he's putting in some big minutes right now. Second one up and good. 43-30, 48 seconds to go. Jazz Johnson on the move. Kicks it over to Elijah Tolson. Tolson, Shepard on him. Tolson up and good. Elijah Tolson, 8 in this quarter.
Now he's kept Wolf in it. You know, he's hit some big shots.
12 on the game right now. Sloan down the lane, can't convert. Mayab with the rebound. Kick it over to Elijah. Elijah between the legs, gets into the corner. Pressure gets to Jazz Johnson. Jazz in the lane, back to Elijah. Elijah with the fake. Over to Jazz Johnson with the fake. Down the lane. Pulls it back out. Elijah down. Made it to the block, but threw it back out. Jazz Johnson with the spin move and converts.
Nice move by Jazz there.
Absolutely. Jazz's first points of the quarter. Gets it down to 9, and we have halftime. 43-34. Knott Central ahead in this one. So we've got a few minutes here, folks, as we go, and I'll do a little scoring, Lucas, if you want to give us your thoughts on this quarter.
Well, I think Coach King has to obviously be extremely happy. You know, he was able to get through the last 12 minutes of the first half without having to play McGuire. And, you know, and then he lost Dammer, and, you know, 30 seconds after McGuire went to the bench, he had a couple kids really step up and play well for him. Kaiser Sloan and Shepard both played really well for him. Of course, obviously Napier come in and, you know, started taking more shots and everything.
Yeah,
Wolf, I think, you know, Wolf's just got to calm down, you know, go in halftime and take a deep breath. You know, Sawyer and Wilgus have a little bit of foul trouble and everything, but, you know, Wolf, they kind of are in the same spot that Knott was in the first quarter against Hazard. You know, Knott came out, and Hazard went up 15-3, and then Knott settled down and came back, and by the start of the fourth quarter, they controlled the game.
Absolutely talented bunch. You know, if they start getting a few more of those threes to knock down here in the second half, then it's, you know, I've always thought this end of the Morton Combs Athletic Complex to your left, looking at center court here, looking on our left, there's probably a better shooting end. You've got the seats there and all sorts of stuff, you know. That's the only thing I could do on the basketball floor. It's the reason I I played power forward in middle school. I've been the same height since the 6th grade. I watched everybody go from here to here to here. So I did nothing but shoot in intramurals in college and stuff like that and handle the ball. So I always look for the shooters in it. But this white wall down here on this end, I've always thought that was a little bit of a rough background to shoot on. So, maybe that'll be a factor in the second half, maybe not. But looking at totals here, Jazz Johnson in the first half had 7 in the first quarter, 2 the second for 9. Wilgus Tolson just at 3 in the first quarter is Wilgus. So if he scratches and gets going, then Wolfe County will be in much better shape in the second half. Cody Payton added 2. Skylar Ritchie had 8. And then Elijah Tolson just held him in the game, like I said, with 12 points here, 12 of Wolf's 34. Now, over on the side of Knott Central, of course, Colby Napier in that quarter had 10 points. So he's got 13 on the game right now. Kaiser Sloan coming up big with 6 in the second quarter to make it 11 on the game. And then Scott Shepard, 2 in that quarter, but that 7 in the first quarter really helped him. So 9. So Knott's balanced and, good lead here. This is a little bit of a, when you look at the rankings across the region right now, some people know what they're talking about, some maybe don't, and all that sort of stuff. But everybody across the board, no matter what they think, have got Knott and Wolfe 1 and 2.
Sure.
So Hazard and Breathitt are in there as well, and Buckhorn and Leslie. So that Buckhorn Leslie game over there tonight should be an absolute dandy. Hopefully,
is it at Buckhorn?
It is at Buckhorn. Both games are.
Yeah, that gym will be rocking then. They'll be. Yeah. Of course, they had a transfer from Buckhorn to Leslie, and that always has a different dynamic to it.
Colby Bowley went over from the Wildcats to the Leslie County Eagles. And I'll try to get, we're trying to get here Monday night. I could not tweet anything out of this gym. I was trying to do updates, did not work. So it's did not. I'm not for sure what's going on with some of the stuff down in Breathitt County. Hopefully looks like they've got some warm-ups for the boys game going. So hopefully we've got any issues that we had down there fixed. Folks, we're trying some different stuff here. We want to broadcast a lot of games, so we're trying to we've got a great setup with the equipment here that me and Ty, when we go do games and stuff, but we were trying to do a second game, even though they're probably not the best games to cover. Down at Breathitt and Jim Buchanan tonight, don't know as they, but so we tried to set up a second stream there. Hopefully that's gone well. We can't view much up here, and we apologize if it hadn't. It's my responsibility. We try to get out, get as many people as possible covered on these games, and sometimes it just does not work. We've had several situations where we've just had issues, and but things are, hopefully our picture's good out there tonight, but sometimes it just doesn't work, Lucas.
Well, I mean, like I said earlier, anybody that's a fan of basketball is, extremely grateful you all do this, whether they're, in a different state and want to watch their alma mater playing or just can't make it out because of restrictions or whatever, it's a great thing that you all do. And, obviously y'all get better and better each year.
Well, we've made a lot of advances. I thought the football broadcasts this year were really good.
They were. Rob and Bradley did a great job on it.
They did. And Brad, unfortunately, has to jump over on WCBJ. You can listen to him over there if you like instead of us old codgers. And I'm sure he does an excellent job with his dad there. And we love having him back here on BSN. Depends on what happens with this game. Brad will be with us this weekend doing, if Wolf's playing, he'll have to be on the radio. We'll be back. We want to have Lucas back with us too. If Wolf's not there, you may not be over. So we'll see what we do this weekend. I'll be calling some games. I'll be taking some pictures for the folks out there at Hazard and Knott Central. I've had plenty of requests for my pictures from Monday night here. I have not published those yet, so sorry, folks. As county attorney in Breathitt County, I've got about 10 responsibilities, and I've got wall-to-wall court the next 2 days as well along with that, so I'm trying to get to them. I apologize. Check out Bluegrass Sports Nation. Go to the site. I just want to thank everybody for the phenomenal success of BSN, from somebody who does it part-time. Ty back over here is just absolutely wonderful. I could do none of this without him, and so we appreciate him.
Oh, he's definitely the brains of the operation. Just sitting over here watching him do all that, I don't want no part of any of that computer or nothing. he's way over my head.
That's
so.
what I've already said. I mean, everybody says, you come here and do this. I said, if Ty's not coming, not happening. But, we got Chuck Price and Rob Hounshill down doing the Breathitt games tonight. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know what's going on there. I know we had a bunch of freeze-ups in the girls' game, so we apologize. Everything this weekend on BSM will be our regular crew over there at Owsley County, so everything should go well. We've been to Owsley before. We always just have these issues with Facebook, which is a major problem of broadcasting to Facebook because you're at schools. They have the filters on there that kids can't get on Facebook and Twitter, so it's an ongoing issue in some of these places. And we, sometimes, we can't apologize enough. We try hard. But, I would and you were saying this before, and we found this out a lot. I broadcasted all the middle school football games this year. We go to the semifinals, and, you have to do a pay-per-view on that. We go to and then football, we go to Beechwood, you have to do a pay-per-view on that. That's what everybody's doing. I mean, it really is. I mean, you're fortunate here in the 14th region, that you've got Bluegrass Sports Nation, you've got WSGS, you've got Hometown 24. We're all doing this without you having to pay for it. So you've got multiple options here. You go over in places like Pikeville and places like that, you got to buy a pay-per-view or you can't watch. And really, these athletic programs and these high schools are losing money hand over fist.
They are.
And it's hard for them, and we respect that. And I've had many conversations, both Robert Scott and in Wolfe County, and Philip Watts and Kyle Moore in Breathitt County, and I'm saying, we're like, if we're hurting some way, we don't want to do this, because I'm here to promote kids, not to make a living doing this, and so it's. We appreciate it. We have big crowds on these, and we thank you for tuning in. Definitely check out the website. Go subscribe to the YouTube page. On my feed here, I've flipped over to YouTube, and it looks a ton better than Facebook does. Facebook is good for a lot of things, but there's not a lot of high definition. It's the reason I don't post pictures on Facebook, because, the website, you can do them in high definition and stuff like that. So, yeah. But we got 1:40 to go here in the second half, and before the second half gets started. And what's Wolfe going to have to do to get back in this, Lucas?
Well, I think the main thing is just settle down. They were pressing early, I thought, just trying to do, good and trying to get out to a great start and everything. I think they just settle down and play their game, play hard on defense and rebound. They'll be fine. Obviously not, they'll have McGuire back in there, and I'm sure they'll want to try to establish him early. If they can keep McGuire from getting going in the second half here, and they can just settle down and hit some good shots, that they usually hit, I think it'll be a close game either way.
Yeah, well, I've got an update here from Rod Davidson over in Buckhorn. At the end of the third, the Lady Eagles of Leslie County lead Buckhorn 62-21. So they're going to advance on to the Final Four to face Knott Central more than likely. That'll be the second game of the morning. The schedule for Saturday is going to be the Owsley-Jackson winner. That game is probably over by now as well, versus the Breathitt. Versus Breathitt County. I'm sorry. I think Breathitt defeated Jim Buchanan earlier. Don't have a score for that, but and then the second game of the girls will be at 1 o'clock. And that's going to be Knott and Leslie. So should be some great matchups over in Owsley County for those girls games. Here we go, folks. Colby Napier's going to line it up for three, and no good. Josh McGuire back in the game, gets the rebound, spins in the lane up, and good. McGuire back on the floor. Gets the first basket of the second half for the Patriots. They go on the block this time. Side to Wilson. That's King. I'm sorry,
Reese King with a miss there.
Absolutely. Saw 42 instead of 44. Shepard on the baseline, can't convert, and that's going to be on McGuire, number 3. Good box out there.
Yeah, King got into his body and made him come over the top there. McGuire, he's an extremely aggressive rebounder. Goes to the boards on every shot.
Wolfe comes out with King, Ritchie, Mayab, Johnson, and Elijah Tolson on the floor. So both Wilgus and Sawyer on the bench. Jazz Johnson at the point, and we got a little hand check here on Scott Shepard, and that's going to be Shepard's first.
Looks like Coach Creech is trying to steal a couple of minutes here without Wilgus and Sawyer on the floor. So see how this plays out for him.
Inbound from the baseline from Mayab over to Johnson. Johnson in the corner, guarded by Shepard. Drives baseline, cut off, spins onto the block, up and good. Jazz
Nice
Johnson.
strong move there by Jazz. He stayed calm and went to the rim there. Like to see him do that.
Okay, Coach King is going to leave McGuire on the floor. Kaiser Sloan into the corner, Kobe Napier. Deep corner, no good. Kaiser Sloan can't get the rebound off to Jazz Johnson. He's on the push, down the lane, up and good.
Nice.
Jazz Johnson. Back-to-back baskets for the Wolves, 45-38. Knott Central. Sloan on the dribble, down the lane, crossover, up but cannot convert. Ritchie with the rebound off to Mayab. Streaming up the court, off to Elijah Tolson. He locks, no good, but comes back, and Elijah from the court, wing, doesn't go down. Kobe Napier with the rebound.
Coach King wants to slow this down. I'd say we're going to see him go back inside of McGuire here.
Well, the Wolves have come out with some energy to get back in this one. 7 point, the double-digit leads down to 7. Not on the attack. Napier going to go in the lane, up, and cannot convert that one, but McGuire with the rebound, going to be a foul on Reese King. It'll be his first.
That was on number 44, Reese King. That was his first.
First foul of the second half for the Wolves. Right block inbound. Looking inside, Napier kicks it over to Kaiser Sloan. Napier back in the corner. Sloan fakes it in, over in the corner to Scott Shepard.
Good pressure defense here by Andrew Mayab out front.
Napier kicks it over in the corner to Sloan, and no good, but rebound by Kaiser Sloan, no good, and knocked out of bounds.
Wolves got to find some defensive rebounds. They're getting stops, but they're giving up offensive rebounds here. If they can shore that up and make another run at it right here.
Stays with Knott. Sloan. So over to Scott Shepard, left alone on the wing. Can't convert that, though. Kaiser Sloan with another offensive rebound, but can't convert it. Another foul on Reese King.
Number 54, Reese King. That was his second.
And that is going to send McGuire to the line.
Josh McGuire to the line. He will shoot 2. Correction, no shots.
Oh, no. Not calling it, saying it's on the floor.
Okay.
Second team foul, so we're going to go back to that right block inbound. Kobe Napier to trigger it. Go hits Scott Shepard left alone on the block, up and good.
Wolf got lost on the back screen there.
Jazz Johnson with stutter step, drives down the lane up against McGuire, can't convert, pulled down by Kobe Napier. Kick ahead to Shepard, Shepard down, up the lane, up and good. Scott Shepard with back-to-back baskets. 49-38, back to double digits now. Wilgus Tolson's going to check back in the game. Don't think Coach Creech can go much longer without bringing his guys back in.
Now, they made a run early and then gave it back off offensive rebounds. They've just got to. That's a big shot by Jazz.
Three, absolutely. 7 in the quarter now for Jazz Johnson, holding a minute right now. The only Wolf to score here in the second half. 8-point game.
Should be a count there.
Goes to McGuire on the block, up and good.
Can't let him catch it that deep. He's extremely strong once he gets it on that block.
Jazz Johnson going to pull up again. Not this time. Pulled down by McGuire. Halfway through the third quarter, 51-41, Knott Central. Want to say thanks to our camera operator, Steph Back, up there tonight. She had to fill in. We've put a bunch of people to work here tonight. Back to McGuire, easy on the baseline.
Timeout, Wolf.
Gotta get a TO there.
Wolfe County, a 30-second timeout.
Well, points. So, the other games around the region tonight, folks, on the girls' side, Jackson City and Owsley. We don't have a score on that yet. Owsley was definitely favored in that one. And then you had Breathitt and JBS Knott, and then Buckhorn and Leslie, and I think Leslie's going to advance in that one. Cordy and Owsley here on the boys' side, Breath at JBS. This game, Wolfe and Knott and Buckhorn and Leslie will go at it over at the Horn, so that should be a dandy of a game.
The winner of this game isn't going to get rewarded with much. They're going to play another team that's going to be really talented and play extremely hard. Buckhorn and Leslie both will get after it. Wilgus and Sawyer are back in.
Jazz Johnson drives baseline. He went up and under, could not convert. Cody Payton out on Cody. It's going to be Knott Central ball.
Coach Creech is going to a zone, looks like here. Somebody's got the weak side help on McGuire, I was going to say.
McGuire could not make the catch there, so fumbled away. Elijah Thompson with it. Elijah Tolson, excuse me. Jazz in the corner to Wilgus. Wilgus pump fakes, pulls it back down. Gonna kick it back outside to Elijah, over to Jazz. Jazz loads it up, and no good. Pulled down by Kaiser Sloan.
That's great offense and passing by Wolfe. Just shot didn't go down, you know. I mean, they'll take that shot. But.
In the corner to Huff, lets it go, no good. Oh, McGuire gets that rebound. No calls. Off to Tolson. Tolson with the hop skip across, no good. And McGuire pulls it down and is fouled.
Fouls on number 21, Elijah Tolson. That is his third, team's third.
Foul on Tolson, Elijah Tolson, that's his third.
Into the game for Wolfe County, number 10, Skylar Ritchie.
Where it goes, Napier blocked on the baseline, got into the pad, but no, out of bounds, be Wolfe County ball, Knott Central ball. McGuire on the block, up and good. Josh McGuire starting to really make his presence felt here. 8 points in the quarter. Got a final from Jackson City, and foul on Tolson.
That's number 4.
4 on Tolson. 63-24, Owsley County defeats Jackson City girls to move on to the Final Four, so they'll be at home for the All-A.
A talented bunch of young ladies at Owsley.
Sure are, between Lexi Lynch and Kenzie Harold and Carly Smith, and man, they've got some guns, so they're fun to watch. Smith down the line, take it away, be up to Wilgus. Wilgus up strong and good.
Maybe that'll get Wolfe going.
They
need to kind of cut into the lead here to have much of a chance in the 4th.
Still at 12 points, 2 minutes to go. Crucial 150 here. Colby Napier baseline, can't convert. Sawyer Thompson pokes it away. Comes Jazz Johnson on the run. Weaves through, over to Sawyer Thompson, lets the high archer go, no good. And Colby Napier pulls it down. Cody Payton trying to draw a foul. Off to Napier, and Napier's fouled by Jazz Johnson. Jazz's first of the night.
That was on number 24, Jazz Johnson. That is his first, team's fifth. Cody Napier tonight, he will shoot 2.
Send Napier back to the line. Up and good. Colby with McGuire back in, took some of the scoring load off him. That's his first points of the second half. He'll get number 2. Up and good. Wilgus on the wing, over to Jazz Johnson, drives baseline, cut off by Napier. Spins, no good. Huff on the line will stay with Wolfe County. 1:16 to go here in the third, 57-43. Tolson in the corner, fakes, takes the three, no good. Pulled down by Scott Shepard, and we've got a scrum on the floor, and Wolfe County takes it back. Knott Central retains possession. Sloan gets it out to Napier, breaks the pressure. In the corner to Huff. Huff drives baseline against Ritchie, and he blocks it. Takes it down. Skylar Ritchie with the big sweep there to block it. Tolson in the corner, and Wilgus Tolson with the three. They got it. Lead down to 11, 42 seconds to go. Napier on the move. Around to and Wilgus Tolson picks it off. Up to Jazz Johnson. Jazz on the run, goes against Sloan, up and good. Jazz Johnson with his 9th point of the quarter. He and Tolson the only two to score in the quarter. Really holding where we are. 9-point guy, and Jazz takes it away. 12 seconds to go, and up and good. Jazz Johnson with a huge third quarter to keep the Wolves close. Sloan to kick it out to Huff, up and good on the break. So Knott Central scores at the buzzer by Huff to make it 59-50 with 1 quarter to go, Lucas.
Wolf's done what they had to do to get back in it there. Knott was able to get a bucket right at the buzzer there. Number 1 for Knott, Sloan. I'm extremely impressed with him. He's came in a pressure situation, made a lot of really nice passes, played under control.
And in that quarter, Josh McGuire with 8, Colby Napier with 2, Kaiser Sloan with 4, and Hunter Haddix with 2. Let's see if I can add that up. I get a little stumped. That's 16 points in the quarter for 59. Okay, I've scored it right. What do you know? Trying to call it score. Actually, some of these games I actually set up remotes to take pictures at the same time too. But we have fun with this, folks. Thanks for joining us. If you don't have fun in life, you have nothing. I'll tell you. So for Jazz with 11 points in the quarter. Really held the Wolves. If the Wolves come back and make a run at this, Jazz Johnson's third quarter is the overriding factor of what happened here.
I really think if Sawyer Thompson can get going for Wolf, he hadn't got to play a whole lot there in the first half and came back in late in the third, and he's a big part of their offense. Mm-hmm. Like you said, start the second half. Wolf's a team that lives and dies on 3. He's a big part of that, so we'll see how that plays out.
Wilgus going to drive down the lane, kicks it back to Jazz Johnson, takes it down the lane, finger roll in, good. Jazz Johnson has hit a comfort zone here right now. And the Wolves have to have him.
Wolves are playing an aggressive 1-2-2 here and really trying to bother Knott.
Off the foot. We're going to put King back in. It's going to be an exciting 7:30 here as we go, Lucas. So that's Patriots and Wolves, folks. 2 heavyweights. Been kind of a give and take game real early in the season. This could be the first of 3 that we see from them. Oh, my goodness. Drake Sloan with a big 3. That hurts the Wolves.
Knott's answered every time Wolves cut into it, They've done a good job of illegal screen there.
And this is without their senior leader, Kent Dameron, on the floor as well. And I got lost there a few minutes ago. I was trying to text to see if we could get some information on Kent. Who's that foul on?
Reese King.
Okay. All right. Still a 10-point bulge. Out of bounds. Larrett pass there to Sloan. We'll be back over to the Wolves.
Sawyer Thompson's open on the wing there. They've really got to try to get him going, I think.
He's in the corner. You called it. No good. Yeah, Wolves needed that one. Sloan. Napier. Shepard. Patriots becoming a little bit more deliberate now. Sloan's going to let another one go, and another one down for Drake Sloan. Wow. Tolson lets it go a deep one. No good. Pulled down by Scott Shepard. McGuire in the lane. No good. Thompson. It's like King's hurt. Thompson going to take it down the lane. Can't convert. Kaiser Sloan with the rebound. King is limping off. No stoppage in play. Sloan to McGuire. Good.
Basket. Josh McGuire. Assist. Greg Sloan.
Timeout. Wolfe County.
I think we got an injury timeout, I believe.
Okay. Well, I mean, they let him go a possession or so with that.
No, he's caught a full.
Timeout Wolfe County at full timeout.
Well, for Knott County, obviously Napier and McGuire, you expect them to have big performances, you know, on a big stage. But number one has stole the show for Knott, in my opinion. You know, he's came in and, you know, been a steady ball handler, hit big shots. Drake Sloan, I think, is his name, and you know he's.
Oh yeah.
You know, BB has to be extremely happy.
An eighth grader.
Yeah, as an eighth grader, and you know he's not a 6'2" eighth grader. He's a 5'6", 145-pound eighth grader.
Yeah.
You know, so he's had an extremely good game.
Got some nice locks on him too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, jealous.
Those thinning guys. We got an update here from Breathitt, from Rob down there, said they had to unhook and redo everything. It seems to be working good now, so hopefully that is the case.
I think Wolf's got time for one more run, but you know they've got to hit some threes to make that run happen and find some stops on defense, obviously.
Yeah, got to look at some folks here. Brandon McWhorter, give Brandon a shout out. Always great down there at Wolfe County. Said he can't be here. He's quarantined right now. Brandon, we miss you, man. Get well soon.
I'd like to tell my neighbor and future Wolf, Camden Oliver, get well soon. He's also quarantined, but
Chaz Johnson doesn't convert.
They come out of it.
Ball loose. Knott County back in possession. Hunter Haddix with the ball. Double teamed under the basket. Gets it out to Kaiser Sloan. Sloan up to Kobe Napier. Kicks it to Shepard. A little bit behind him. Oh! But Thompson dribbles it on the line.
I think it's been a great officiated game. You know, you haven't noticed any of the three guys out there, and I think that's always a sign of a really good officiated game is when you don't really notice them out there. You know, the game's just flowed.
But Napier is not noticeable.
Yeah.
Great guys. He and Johnson both are good guys. I do so many of these games, get to see some fine officials around the 14th, folks, and they take a lot of heat and they take a lot of abuse, but it takes a lot to do this, and we appreciate them. Wolf.
You can see BB's playing now. Coach King, he wants to slow everything down and make sure they get a good shot. Obviously, they turned it over there, but they ran 45 seconds off the clock.
BB, of course, all of my interactions with him, a great human being, has been battling cancer
phenomenal
for years, and just an awesome man. I'll tell you, I mean, and interview and talking with him, and we appreciate him so much. Skylar, turnaround, no good. Cody Payton with the rebound and the chance for the hoop and the harm.
There's one of those effort plays that Cody Payton will make for you, and, you know, it could be a turning point in the game. You know, he might give them the spark they need there, hit a free throw here. Back to Coach King there. 3 or 4 years ago when I was helping Coach Creech and we came up here, we were in Coach King's office, and, I mean, he was struggling to stand up and talk to us, and he was still here for his kids, and me and Coach Creech, we talked about it many a time, you know. I mean, he's just a stand-up guy that's always going to be there for everything.
Kaiser on the break with another 2. Kick it out to Payton. Payton's going to go strong. He's going to be fouled. Got a block on Kaiser Sloan. That'll be Kaiser's second. Of course, Kaiser, good to see him back out here. He played quarterback for them in football and had a collapsed lung. I mean, against Pineville, and so he didn't get to play against Breathitt in the playoff game. And good to see him back out. Fine athlete, great young man. Payton with the first. No good. Second. And doesn't get the roll. Brought down by McGuire. Popped away from behind. Wilgus Tolson, and good, and foul on McGuire.
Foul is number 35. Josh McGuire.
That's 4 on McGuire.
Yeah. Played the entire second half with 3.
Yeah.
It's going to put Wilgus Tolson at the line. Wilgus with 9 so far tonight. That's going to be to get in double digits. And to trim this lead, no good. Pulled down by, kicked away by Peyton. Wilgus will take it from the corner and knocks that one down. Back to 10.
Coach King with a timeout. He wants to slow everything down and regroup. Sure, he's not happy about the offensive rebound on the free throw there.
Well, and getting back to just talking about these coaches, doing this, you get to meet a lot of great people, and you got some guys and girls around the region that are just phenomenal people. It's good to get to know them, and you go to their places, and they treat you great. Kavanaugh Trent here treats us wonderful when we come to Knott County. These ADs all around the region are. You really can't beat them. I mean, it's, of course, everybody likes the places that they are, but here in the 14th is my home. It's always been my home, and we appreciate these guys.
We got about 4 minutes to go, and it's a 10-point game. I'd say Coach King will probably come out and try to go straight back into McGuire, if I had to guess. Get Napier going downhill to that rim, one or the other. Wolf's done what they had to do to give themselves a chance. They still got to make some plays and keep Knott off the old boards and from scoring in the lane.
They'll get a few more shots to go down here, and they'll be able to have an exciting finish. Looks like we are back up over at Breathitt County. So going good. Here we go. Ty tells me to quit looking at my phone and watch the game. Sloan double teamed at midcourt, and BB takes another timeout.
8th grader got in the coffin corner over there and picked his dribble up. Coach King had to call timeout to get him out of it. Good timeout probably, though. Keep from turning it over.
Absolutely. Can't take them home with you. Got a problem, you might as well go ahead and use it. So it's the Wolf's definitely going to turn up the pressure. You got Wilgus and Sawyer both with 4 fouls right now, so they have no fouls to give. The guys, so let's see where we go here in the last little bit. We've got Ritchie, Tolson, Peyton, Johnson, and Mayab on the floor. We've got Sloan, Shepard, Napier, McGuire, and Kaiser Sloan on the floor for the Patriots. Sloan in the mode, and did no call. Shuffle going to be held ball and going to stay with Knott Central. Yeah, it's Knott Central ball. But Drake Sloan has definitely put on a show here. And into Scott Shepard, and Shepard scores. Wilgus Tolson through the legs. Going to be fouled by Sloan.
Number 23, Sloan, that is his third, team 6. From this point on, both teams will shoot the bonus.
Kaiser Sloan's third. Both teams will shoot the bonus from here on in. Both teams with 16 fouls. Wilgus Tolson goes into Ritchie, stripped away. It's it back. Mayab going to kick it. No. Tried to go across court. Shepard read it and got it. Kobe Napier going to be fouled from behind by Elijah Tolson. That'll send him to the line.
Foul is on number 12.
That's 4. Whoa. They call that a Mayab?
I think so, yeah.
And they gave it to him. So, sorry, I thought it was Elijah. 21 and 12.
Yeah.
Napier back at the line. First one's good. First time he scratched here in the fourth quarter. Second is good. Wilgus over to Sawyer. Sawyer turns on the dribble. Down, ball stripped away. Kaiser Sloan takes it away. Up to Shepard. Shepard's going to take it strong and finish. Scott Shepard has had a night. Johnson going to drive the baseline up strong. Altered a little bit by McGuire. Brings it down. 3 minutes to go.
Last minute and a half, it's probably slipped away.
Well, depending on what the status of Dameron is going to be, just got to I think his shoulder is dislocated.
That's a shame.
They put him in a sling. Dale Williams did really quick. His mom lets me know that he's at the ER and probably maybe without him if they do advance here for some time. And McGuire can't finish. Comes Wilgus Tolson. Tolson going to take it up and under. Can't finish, and that's going to be on Ritchie over the back.
So number 10, Skylar Ritchie. That is his first. Team's 8.
You think you get to this point, Lucas, to tell you Skylar Ritchie's going to get his first foul with 2:30 to go in the game. I think the Wolves might be in pretty good position, but that's Knott Central has just toughed it out here tonight after an injury, after early foul trouble by McGuire. Shepard makes the first. He's really
well, they've been the more physical team all night. They've went to the boards hard, and that they've made plays.
Definitely so. Shepard doesn't make the second. Tolson's going to pull up. No good. Pull down by Shepard. Off to Colby Napier. 2:10 to go. Napier. Cross court to Kaiser Sloan. And maybe a little Dean Smith and go 4 quarters here. Drake Sloan. You got a kid who's an 8th grader out here playing huge minutes after the injury, and very impressive. Kaiser Sloan back to Drake Sloan.
That's it for Tolson, I think.
B5.
Struggled to get going tonight. The Wolves will bounce back. I firmly believe that. This isn't a great representation of what they are as a team and everything. Obviously, first game out.
Game number 1. In a normal year, you've got 8, 10 games under your belt already. You're not out here. Knott Central did have the advantage of playing early on Monday night. They got their first game in, and that may not have a thing to do with it, but it's first game jitters.
Coach Creech will be the first one to tell you, he expects his team to come out and play, and, as they should. No excuses. Knott's played a whale of a ball game, especially with the loss of Dameron, and they deserve, to come out of here victorious.
Johnson adds to his
nice
total.
Move by Jazz there.
$1:39 to go. Over to Kaiser Sloan, up and good. 80-61. Elijah Tolson. Going inside to Ritchie, get him some work, up and good. That's going to be 5 on McGuire. Josh McGuire. He's going to
that was on Josh McGuire. That is his 5th.
Leave the game. 11 points I have. We'll check these scores here in a little bit. So two of the top players in the region, Josh McGuire and Wilgus Tolson, are now out of this one with a minute to go. The outcome of this one is now not in doubt. Knott Central is going to advance on to play the winner of Leslie and Buckhorn tonight. And Scarlett Ritchie trying to, man, I tell you what, when you get old, you don't see some stuff. So there's Huff, gets it into Kaiser Sloan. Sloan going to kick it over to Drake Sloan, and Jazz Johnson with the steal. Jazz tracks it down, still playing hard. Andrew Mayeb guarded, and that's going to be a foul on Colby Napier. Colby's second.
Coach King's not real happy about that. You're up by 16 with a minute to go. Probably don't need to try to go for a steal 85 feet from the basket.
You got the point to the tipple there.
At the line, he will shoot 1 bonus.
Mayab. Go to the line for the 1+1. First one's up and good. Mayab with the second. Got it. Shepard. Poked away by Sawyer Thompson. Sawyer played this entire second half with those 4 fouls. Stayed in it.
Never could get it going, you know. I mean, Sawyer's one of the top 10 players in the region, I think, without a doubt. But he struggled to get going tonight, and that happens. You know, everybody has a rough night.
Exactly.
But he'll rebound.
Case example, B.J. Boston?
Yes, we're hoping he'll rebound soon.
Absolutely. I mean, it happens. No
It does.
How talented you are. You go through ups and downs. Huff kicks it back out to Shepard, and Colby Napier loses it. Ritchie up to Thompson. Thompson almost intercepted by Sloan off to Mayab. Mayab goes strong and scores.
Nice strong take there.
Yep. Now, this is a learning experience at this point in time for the Wolves. And
sure.
They need to finish this out and play hard and go. We're 10 seconds to go. Kaiser Sloan looks to dribble it out. Back to Colby Napier. And that'll be it. Final score, 80-68 for the Knott Central Patriots as they advance on to the Final Four of the All-A Championship 2021. They will be in Boonville on Saturday, so we'll see who will join them as we go forward. Lucas, give us your thoughts. I'll try to total up the scoring here and see exactly what we've got.
I thought Knott came out and played really well. You know, they did what they wanted to do. A lot of times, you know, they want to go inside McGuire and they want to get Napier involved. And they had a couple kids really step up. I mean, Dameron went down, and Shepard and Sloan, the 8th grader, stepped up and had really, really big games. You know, I mean, you expect your seniors to step up. But, you know, when you have 2 kids, you know, a kid like an 8th grader like Sloan step in there, that's got to be a real good feeling for a coach. Wolf, you know, it was their type of pace, their type of game up and down, but they couldn't get in a flow. Obviously, Sawyer Thompson, you know, struggled with foul trouble, and Wilgus struggled with foul trouble there some and everything, and they never could seem to get in a real good flow and everything, but it's one game in the big scheme of things. You know, it was a big game, obviously. Everybody wants to win the All-A, but it is one game, and I'm sure that's what, you know, Coach Creech is going to say. This game's over. We'll move on, and, you know, that wasn't the end goal for this team, you know, and, you know, so that's where, you know, I think they'll go on from here, and this will give them something to work with. And, you know, in practice, it's hard to practice for 3 or 4 months and not play any games. Well, now, you know, you got something to go back and practice. You know?
Right. And Coach Creech can use this as a definite learning experience to see exactly where his team goes from here. You know, you don't expect to come out, you know, sometimes you come out and you get smacked in the mouth. And
sure.
that's exactly what happened. And you can't say enough about Knott County. I mean, how did they persevere here? You know, Dameron has 24 on Monday night. He has 3 points tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, so bottom line is that he goes out injured. We don't know how severe it is. Mom, Stephanie, lets me know that he's at the ER right now, maybe a dislocation. We certainly don't want to give out medical information or make a call on that. Hopefully the young man is in great shape. So trying to see how, let me count these up here just a second. We'll get you some final scoring. In the meantime, I want to thank our sponsors again, Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Wolfe County Bureau Federation. I'll let you take that over, Lucas, so we can get this taken.
Whitaker Bank of Campton, Kale's Patriot Pizza, Raymond Banks at Banks Auto Sales, Collins and Conley, personal injury attorneys in Heinemann and Union College. We also want to thank, I don't know if you might have done this earlier, Miss Kim King.
Yes.
You know, Kim is a phenomenal superintendent up here for Knott County, and they had everything planned out exactly how everything's supposed to go for safety guidelines and regulations and everything, you know. So we want to thank her for that and congratulate them for doing a great job of putting on these first 2 nights of the season. It's a learning experience for everybody, obviously. It's not something we've done before or anybody has, so, you know, make
strange times.
It
and
is.
What we've seen today, what I saw when I came home from court real quick and jumped in what was going on in our nation, folks, we won't go there, but everybody be good Americans.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I mean, bottom line, we love our country, and let's hope things go well from here. So, final scoring, we've got for Wolfe County, who will end their All-A bid this year, moved to 0-1 on the season. You had Wilgus Tolson with 13, Jazz Johnson with 24, Elijah Tolson with 12, Skylar Ritchie with 11, so had 3 guys in double figures, 4 for Andrew Mayeb and 4 for Cody Payton. Skylar Thompson did not scratch tonight, but Skylar is a great player, and Sawyer, he's a great player, and he will be great the rest of the year. So if we'll see on the winning side for Knott Central, who advances on to take on the winners of Buckhorn and Leslie County at Owsley County this weekend. Josh McGuire with 11, Kent Dameron with 3, Colby Napier leads with 19, Scott Shepard with a big 18 points for them. So the senior-led dominated team, but the guy we got, Kaiser Sloan with 12. Guy we got to talk about those, Drake Sloan with 8 and Jaden Huff with 6. You know, BB goes about 8 deep here, and they all contributed today.
Absolutely.
So, folks, that's the way it is. And from here we'll try to get some scores up later on tonight and to let you know exactly what's going on with the All-A. So check us out this weekend. We'll be on both YouTube and Facebook, all 6 games. So if, again, technology and health permitting, we'll be there to do it all, to feature these great young men and ladies of the 14th region, So we'll have all those semis and go from there. So, Lucas, thank you for filling in and here today. Excellent job, very knowledgeable. Appreciate you for us guys who don't know anything and just talk a lot. So
I'm glad to be here, and thanks for everything you guys do and for all the publicity you get all these kids. It's great.
Yeah, we got Ty over here. Thanks, Ty, as always. Steph up top, done a phenomenal job. We appreciate you guys. So for Ty, Lucas, Steph, this is Brendan Miller, Bluegrass Sports Nation. Final here, Knott Central 80, Wolfe County 68. Moving on to the Final 4. Check us out Saturday. Thanks again, folks. Have a great evening. See you from Hyman, USA.